Hey guys, Jim here. We're in Module 7 and we're doing Theme 19 this week, or this next 2 weeks, which is digital storytelling. And let's first talk about what we've got done so far. So, Module 6, Thing 11 is due by midnight tonight. When last I looked, it looked like about half of you were done with it already. So, I expect probably the rest of those will come in today and I'll get those graded this week. The blended flipped information that I got from last week when I was grading that, I really enjoyed looking at that. I think you guys had some great ideas, and I think you had some pretty realistic expectations as far as what you felt about blended and flipping and things like that. So it was great to see those things. If you have any late work that needs to come in, make sure that you notify me somehow, maybe an email that says that you've turned it in. I don't generally just go back and keep looking at everyone's accounts to see if anything's come in or not. So if you do have something that comes in late, just send me an email, let me know you turned it in. And I have a short survey for the class that'll be posted as soon as I get this posted up. And I'd appreciate if you could take that in the next few days. I'll keep looking at the results for that. It should be pretty much anonymous. I didn't tell it to collect any emails and all that kind of stuff. So again, feel free to really let me know what you're thinking about it. So for Module 7 this week, the Thing 19 digital storytelling, this is actually our first 2-week assignment that we've had. You get 2 weeks to do this one, and you take your time on it. Really dig around in it, do some exploring, experimenting. This is some stuff that can really make your class exciting. If you take this plus the content from last week, plus the flipped and blended classroom, you start to see a pattern here. And so this digital storytelling could just take those ideas up another notch or so, not only for yourself, but for the students as well. I do some projects towards the end of the year, and I give students all these options as far as using all these different programs and apps that you're going to hear about. So, some of them, the kids that really like that, they take off with it. But also, just to let you know, I do always give students an option of sort of an old-fashioned way. So if you do get kids that just really aren't into the digital, they're not into the computer stuff, or maybe they just don't have access to it at home, give them an option that's not digital. If they want to do the essay, if they want to do the poster board, if they want to draw something on paper, let them do it. I think, unless you are teaching a technology class where that is a requirement, don't force them into that. It's just going to turn them off to it even more. And for sometimes you're going to find yourself in a situation that you're going to have to explain to parents and administration why you made the students do this if they didn't have access, if they didn't have training, if they didn't have, a bunch of time. You're going to have to be able to explain yourself. So, give yourself an out, give them an out, and think about it. If they don't have to have digital, don't make them do digital. But take the 2 weeks and get through as much of the stuff as you can. There are so many different apps and so many different platforms that you can use. Look through a bunch of them. Find one that you like. Find a couple that you like. There's in the assignment, it says it's a 3-minute maximum for you. Now, from what I've learned from you guys so far, most of you don't like the short maximums. You want to do something that's longer. And I understand that, especially if you were going to do something like this for a flipped classroom or for one of your presentations, 3 minutes isn't going to be enough. So don't worry about that 3-minute max. Make it as long as you want. And make it so it's useful. That's the biggest thing for me out of this class, is you guys get stuff out of it that's useful that you can take directly with you into your classrooms when you get there. Just overall have fun with it. This should be a really fun one. And since I'm giving you the 2 weeks to do it, again, I can't stress enough. Just take your time, do a lot of research, do a lot of looking around, and find something that works for you. Other than that, I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks. If there's anything I need in between the time, I certainly will get a hold of you and send it out on Classroom. But let me know on that survey. Had some questions about whether you wanted to get together as a cohort and do some stuff in a synchronous communication style. Let me know what you think about that. And otherwise, I'll talk to you in 2 weeks.